When I found out that I had cancer, I found out in the doctor's office, and what had happened was I'm really close to my mom. She had been out of town taking jobs just here and there, and she was in Seattle, and about a week or a couple days before my appointment, she had come home and said they didn't need her anymore out in Seattle. And so I kind of just thought, oh wow, they don't need her anymore. But what I didn't realize is she had already known what they were going to tell me at the doctor's office. I didn't even go in with an expectation that I would hear breast cancer because I felt like I was young. I mean, I didn't feel unhealthy, I didn't feel sick, and it was kind of a stun, and I don't think it really sunk in that day. It wasn't until later when we had to start doing all these other tests and figuring out what kind of surgery I would need that it actually sunk in that I had a disease I had to take care of. I kind of approached it like I guess anyone with a problem. It was there, I had to deal with it, I had to figure out how to get rid of it, and that was it. It was like step by step. And she just kind of helped keep me focused on the end result was to get rid of the cancer and to move on and be normal. And, you know, still go to school, still work, that kind of stuff. It was weird. It wasn't just not there. It wasn't there, and it wasn't pretty. So, but I mean, I think the people around me made me feel like nothing had changed. I just had something that was gone, and you could cover it up. So I had the reconstruction. It turned out fine. Then there's other things like worries afterwards about dating, and you know, how that comes up and how you go about all that. But well, I remember the first phone call I made was to my best friend Joanne, and I remember her telling me that, you know, I could get through it, and not to be cliche, but that everything happens for a reason. And she told me that she knew I was strong enough to make it a positive thing, and that this breast cancer diagnosis somehow would help somebody else. And hearing that allowed me to see some purpose in it and keep going, and I am forever grateful for her. Right now, I just want every other young woman out there to know that they have to know what's normal for them. And you know, I found my tumor just by casually brushing up against it. And had I been doing exams, like breast self-exams earlier, who knows when I would have found it. Maybe I would have found it earlier, but the importance is that I did find it. And so often young women are turned away. I know even when I first started going to appointments, people would tell me I was too young, not to worry. And we don't want to worry young women, but we want them to know that they may have to become an advocate for themselves, and they may have to push for answers. If something's not normal, they know what normal is, and they know if it's not normal. They need to demand that there's someone there who will listen to them, that it's not a death sentence. You can overcome it, and you can have a wonderful life even after breast cancer. No, I could never have done this alone. My mom and my best friend were an inspiration to me to get through it, and they were just these positive forces in my life that I think I fed off of, and without them I would not be here and this comfortable talking about something like this, like cancer. I would say don't be afraid about talking about it. Any cancer even, but specifically breast cancer. The more we talk about it, the more everyone knows about it, the more it's going to change, the more we'll find out what the causes are.